So I was in band, marching bands, orchestra, all of those things. And I had a band director, and we were high school, loud, inner city, rambunctious. And so teacher would be at the front of the class. We were all yelling. We had all of our instruments, and we would have this yelling competition. So he would whistle, he would whistle and scream and all these things. And we were just like, 14, 15, we weren't listening to him. And it was just this battle. And by the time he got us to quiet down, he would sit down and he was exhausted. That's how harsh women are. That's how controlling women are. They get the job done, but they're depleted because that's not really our nature. They get the job done, but they're not in alignment with how God has truly called them to be. So something in them feels drained. And so he finally got our attention. I mean, it was a mess. And then one day he changed the game. And what I'm about to tell you from the rest of this story is the concept of feminine leadership. It was another day, so we were still yelling, instruments, trombones going, trumpets. Me, I'm probably over there dancing or cracking jokes or something. And so he comes to the front of the room, just like always, and he sits down, and we're going at it. And we see him, it's like, oh, here we go. And he starts talking just like this. He's like, okay, so today we're going to go to page number 3. We cannot hear him. We're loud. I said trombones, trumpets, the flutes, all of this. And he just kept saying, and then after page 3, we'll go to page 4. Before you knew it, we were like, be quiet. He's trying to talk to us. We can't hear him. And he kept talking just like this. What happened? The room adjusted to his calm confidence. Feminine leadership commands, but it does not demand. He was not drained. He was not exhausted. We started fighting each other to say, you better be quiet. That's what a feminine, soft woman does. She calls the room to attention. When she walks in, her calm confidence, her peace calls chaos to calm. And from that day forward, there was no more yelling, tension. It was when he sat down, the room came to attention. Because guess what? We didn't want to miss a thing. A soft woman wins because she's not in a battle. She is so secure in who she is that the room adjusts to her presence. When she walks in, the room shifts. Not because she's making it, because nobody wants to miss a thing. And there is a level that when you reach that, your relationships change because you're not in an ego battle. Your career changes because people they come to you a different way because they know the things that might work on other people, intimidation, bullying. You have so much security that they say, I'm not even, she is above my league. She is out of my league. Where the world has taught soft women lose, you all know soft women always win. Because there's this mystery about her. And mystery always makes people want to know, what is it? She's not loud. She's not dominant. She's not brash. She is feminine. She is wise. She is you. Because how you do one thing, how you do everything. This softness translates into every area of your life. This overflow. This is why I have a soft power suite. Because I'm teaching women this level of emotional intelligence in relationships. Because a lot of times we try to compartmentalize it. Well, yes, I have to be brash at work, but when I get home, I'll be different. No, you're going to be exactly the same way. And here's the thing. A wise woman builds her home. But a foolish one tears it down with what? Her own hands. I've always said I don't want to be a public success and a private failure. It's not enough for the world to see me with this great brand and I go home and my husband and children call me cursed and not blessed. That's not the alignment of heaven. God blesses order, and the order of becoming this soft woman is first being a woman of his presence and allowing times of refreshing are in what? In the presence of the Lord, allowing him to refresh you so everyone gets the overflow of your time with him. The truth is, you will be exhausted. I have 4 children. Whoo, yes, you will get burnt out. You will feel overwhelmed, but we have a promise that we can be refreshed. If you don't understand that, then other people will become a casualty of your chaos. And the very thing that you pray for, Lord, I want this marriage. I want these children. I want this great job. Without that level of emotional intelligence that I teach in the Soft Power Suite, all of a sudden you'll see the very thing that you prayed for that was a blessing to become a burden. Because there have been so many times that I've been refreshed in the presence where the Lord will say, don't say it like that. Soften the way you talk. Don't go to your husband like that. And I lean into that because he is leading me into his perfect will. If you try to get this the opposite way and say, oh, I'm just going to, learn how to do this for a job. One day you will get exhausted with the version of you that is putting on a costume because it's not your identity. When you flow from identity, you're not trying to perform. You just are. I just am tenderhearted. I just am gentle. I just am soft. I'm not going to do it to get a man. I'm not going to do it to get a job. I'm going to be tenderhearted because I want to please the Lord. Whatsoever you do it unto the Lord. Are we soft for the Lord? Are we tender for the Lord? Then there's no question of, is it all worth it? My question for you is it worth it to please the Lord? What I've realized about a lot of relationships women have with the Lord is because they see him as their Savior, but not as their Lord. Do you understand there's a difference? There are benefits to seeing him as a Lord. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Want for what? Anything. The Lord is my shield. The Lord is my salvation. The Lord is my song. The Lord is my buckler. There are benefits to him being your Lord beyond just being your Savior. When you see him as Lord, oh, I'm so safe. I'm so secure. Because you will never do anything that's not for my good. Why? Because he said he would never withhold from us what? Any good thing. So I'm safe. I'm secure. Do you understand that a woman can be soft because she's like, do you understand who my Lord is? Like, I could just click my feet together and rub my heels together because why in the world would I stay up and worry when God doesn't sleep? What am I worried about? When I serve the Alpha and the Omega, what in the world? I can go to sleep. This is why I'm saying if you do it the world's way and you go on a femininity teaching binge and you say, oh yes, I will smile. I will do my hair. I will, okay, great. Performance. Let's go the other way. Let's start with the Lord and let our identity and his presence influence everything that we do. Because when we go the other way, yes, then you get the revelation of royalty. Not only are you my Lord, but you're the king. And if you're the king and I'm your daughter, oh, I'm royalty. Okay, so let me fix my hair like I'm royalty. Let me do my makeup like I'm royalty. Let me get my nails done. Let me stand at attention because royals are very poised. Let me be discreet. Let me learn. I don't believe in being royal and not being smart. Let me be intelligent. Let me work on my speech, my diction. Let me work on how I present myself. But that comes out of identity. At Feminine Woman Academy, every person that has joined in the first teaching of identity school, they always say, oh my gosh, I am 30-something years old, 40-something years old, 50-something years old. I've never heard identity teaching like this. And now I am changed forever. I'm always like, oh, you haven't even seen anything yet. We have so much more, but it's that first teaching. because they realize they've been doing it the other way. The other way is striving. Soft women don't strive. What am I striving for? I am. I just am. I don't strive to be royal. I was born into this. I received the spirit of adoption. Doesn't make me cocky. What do I always say? Humility is not the absence of confidence. It's the awareness that I am nothing without God. Not cocky, confident. I know who I am because I know who my daddy is. So how dare my head hang low? Mm-mm. 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 Once you have that revelation, and I realize that I'm an ambassador, I don't care if I'm showing up at Target or the boardroom, at a movie theater or at the White House. I'm an ambassador of heaven, and I better look like it, and I better talk like it, and I better sit like it, and I better act like it, and I better have a demeanor about it. Because when you meet me, you're not just meeting personal development, you're also meeting the presence. So yes, I walk differently, and I talk differently, and I behave differently. Because who I am and who I represent first started from my walk with him. My question for you is, as I end this video, what areas of your life have you been controlling? What areas of your life have you been trying so hard to control that now you become intimidating instead of influential? The flip side of this is, what areas of your life do people not see you as a leader? Because all leaders are influential. I'm talking about leadership in your home. Doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home mom. Doesn't matter if you're a career woman. These soft power skills that I'm teaching will show up in your leadership skills. Because if you don't have these skills, then you will become invisible in a world, in your career, because people will say, oh, she can't lead. What they're saying is you don't influence anyone. Nobody looks to you as someone who's a positive influence. And so what I teach in all of my programs is how to embody this feminine leadership that commands without being demanding. And that right there is how you change the world.